Before a simple scrubber clears a mess in seconds, it has to be engineered to survive thousands of hard contacts.
The products people use without thinking are often the ones that demand the most discipline to design.
A good cleaning tool does more than scrub. It manages force, comfort, and control at once. The moment a household object becomes measurable, it becomes repeatable. What feels ordinary in a sink begins as a negotiation between chemistry, cost, durability, and safety. Softness is not enough if it collapses after a week of real use. Cleaning power only matters when people can trust where it stops.
Distance disappears when standards are clear enough to survive translation.
Consistency begins the moment every assumption is written down and tested.
A design becomes real. Scale does not excuse carelessness. It makes care even more necessary. A factory keeps its promises first by admitting only through the door. The easiest defect to fix is the one that never enters production.
A tough cleaning face must be controlled before it ever touches a sponge.
A household product opened.
Mass production starts with tooling precise enough to remove guesswork. Comfort in the hand starts as discipline in the mix. The structure that later holds water and releases dirt is born while the material is still fluid. A good sponge feels simple only because the process behind it is unforgiving. A precise mold is the quiet partner in every uniform product.
This is where chemistry commits to shape. The product's future softness is not added later. It expands into existence here. Consistency at volume is just chemistry.
Shape alone is not enough. The product still has to earn durability and function. In a strong factory, early inspection protects every process that follows.
What people call feel is often really microstructure behaving correctly. Even fast production needs moments where the material catches up with itself.
A scrubber only earns trust when it springs back from the work people give it. A cleaning sponge is really a machine for managing water, soil, and pressure all at once. The rough side of a scrubber starts as a carefully measured chaos of fibers. Toughness in the pad is built by bonding thousands of tiny points into one working surface. What starts as softness and scatter has to become structure before it can clean. Cleaning power lives in texture, not brute force alone. Two different materials only become one product when their geometry agrees perfectly. The strongest scrubber is useless if people become afraid to use it. By now, the sponge has a body, but not yet its working identity. Reliable bonding starts with preparing surfaces to tell the truth to each other. The bond that matters most is usually the one people never see. This is the moment the scrubber becomes more than a sponge. Pressure, when controlled correctly, turns contact into reliability. Looking complete is only the beginning of being trusted. A household tool earns confidence where two unlike materials agree to behave as one. Refinement matters because sloppy edges make quality feel temporary. In high-volume manufacturing, shape control is a form of honesty.
Some defects reveal themselves only when a trained hand asks the material the right question.
Performance claims only matter when they survive contact with real mess.
A trustworthy scrubber removes dirt without becoming the new problem. Real durability is what remains after water, soap, and time have all had their turn.
A good cleaning tool has to recover from the work people never notice they are asking it to do.
Urgence. The audio features a voiceover narration. The voiceover states, "People do not just want a scrubber that cleans."
Quality at the end protects all the discipline that came before. A credible factory is defined as much by what it refuses to ship as by what it proudly packs. Large-scale production depends on counting accurately as much as making accurately. Packaging is where manufacturing begins speaking to the shopper.
A household tool is only responsible when it tells people how to use it wisely. Even the last step at the pack line is still a quality checkpoint. A factory finishes its work only when the product can travel without losing its identity. Making the item is one achievement. Placing it correctly in the world is another. Logistics is the unseen craftsmanship that keeps a simple product dependable.
To feel ordinary in a kitchen drawer, a product often has to survive an extraordinary journey. Once the doors shut, preparation becomes the product's only voice.
The simplest household objects are often global long before they feel local.
A well-designed product does not stop being managed once it leaves the factory. Scale remains trustworthy only when every case knows where it belongs next.
A good supply chain keeps checking instead of assuming.
Consistency matters more when the product must be recognized as reliable in more than one country.
A product only becomes useful to society when people can actually reach it.
Everything hidden in production has to communicate itself in a few seconds on a shelf. On the shelf, all that process is reduced to first impression. Shoppers never see the line. They only read the clues it leaves behind. Trust often starts with touch, before the mind finishes comparing prices.
A strong design can travel because the underlying need is universal. The sale is not the end of the story. It is where accountability begins. A household product becomes meaningful the moment it starts facing real mess.
The first squeeze is where chemistry turns into experience.
Good cleaning tools do not attack everything the same way. They manage force with intention.
Power matters most when it stays under control.
The tool works because each side prepares the work for the other.
The value of a simple product grows when it solves more than one small problem well.
Ergonomics matters most in objects people never think to praise for it.
A cleaning tool has to let go of dirt as well as remove it.
Trust is built not only in use, but in what the product feels like the next time you reach for it.
The second use is often when a household item quietly proves whether it was made well.
The strongest proof of quality is often how ordinary the tool becomes while still doing its job. Testing becomes meaningful only when real life starts matching the lab.
Good everyday products often earn loyalty by quietly becoming useful in more places than expected.
A product becomes trusted when people start planning to keep it around. Behind every easy purchase is a workforce protecting standards most users will never see. A strong product does not end at sale. It learns from how people actually live with it. What feels simple in the hand is often the result of many precise systems keeping one promise together.
The product's real bridge between factory and home is the hand.
Quality matters even more when it can be repeated at scale. The social value of an everyday tool is measured in how many kinds of lives it quietly supports. Some products matter because they keep life moving cleanly from one task to the next. Its success is visible in what no longer needs attention.
Trust becomes habit when a product earns a permanent place in the home.
Repeat purchase is one of the most honest forms of approval.
Mature products keep improving, not by becoming flashier, but by becoming more responsible.
A trustworthy product should look like itself, both new and honestly used.
When a simple product is made well, it can travel widely without losing its identity.
The most useful objects do not ask for attention. They give time and ease back.
A good scrubber ends each job by preparing the next one.
Reliability is not a moment in production. It is a routine kept every day. A strong product story is one where the final object still recognizes the first idea. Every useful object is a sequence of solved problems made to feel effortless.
Its value is not the sponge itself, but the clean, usable moments it makes possible. What began as chemistry, tooling, and logistics ends here as quiet readiness in everyday life.
Many hands build trust, so one hand can use it without doubt.
Some of the most important products in society are the ones humble enough to disappear into routine. A good product keeps answering the same question with every use. Can I trust you again? From concept to mold, from shelf to sink, a simple scrubber becomes valuable only when it turns hard daily work into something people can trust.
For this episode. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We hope this gave you a deeper look at how real quality is made and quality and why trust matters.